Hey there, welcome back to Holiday Appetizers. This is appetizer number 3, and it was on my menu. I pulled out my old menu. In fact, let me take you over and show it to you. I have it hanging on the refrigerator so it can remind me of all the things I used to make. But there's 2 pages of lovely stuff. And appetizers were huge when I worked at Foodies. We catered a lot of parties. Duxbury is a very affluent town, and people entertain a lot, so we had a big appetizer menu. And oh, bad dog, what's yours is holding it up. So anyway, I'm gonna make you seasick. But so we're gonna do chicken satay Rangoons. And you know I love to wrap and roll stuff, so I used to do this with some leftover chicken and, you know, some wonton wrappers and stuff like that, so we're gonna do that today. I saved the chicken from the soup that I made, the kale soup that I made, and I put it in the freezer, and I just took it out, and we're gonna mix it up with some hot peppers, some garlic, some grated ginger, some 5-spice, some soy sauce, some cream cheese, and we're gonna wrap it in a wonton and give it a little fry, and serve it with a peanut dipping sauce. And that's what we did back in the day, and that's what we're gonna do today. And recipe will be on the website, and the video will be here. We're gonna do this in the food process, but we're not gonna chop it up too fine. Here's our chicken. It's our pulled chicken that we had left over, and second incarnation for this bad boy. And those are in. We're gonna pulse that a few times before we add the vegetables in. So we're just gonna put the top on and turn on the machine, maybe, yep, there we go. And we're gonna pulse. All right, now I think it's time for, I've already prepped our vegetables, so I'll show them to you. I grated the ginger with a microplane. I cut the garlic into small pieces. And these are the last few peppers from my garden for the season, all done. So I thought I'd throw those in there because, you know, hot goes with Thai-inspired dishes. And we'll throw that nice and evenly around. Scrape that down. I like to grate ginger on the microplane. You can see there's still a few little strings, but it saves the stringiness from the ginger. So now we're gonna, whoops, that's not the way that works. Snap on. I probably should put the vegetables in first. That was a dumb move. I have been dumb before, and I will be dumb again, but let's see what we got. Anyway, that's our mixture, all chopped up nice. And I have been softening some cream cheese because, you know, it's going to be Rangoons, so Rangoons get cream cheese, and some other spices and a little soy sauce. And next thing we're going to do is finish the mixture. Here's our mixture. It looks nice. We're going to season it up with salt. Not too much salt because you're using soy sauce. And if I had some fresh chives or some scallions, I would use them, but I do not. So we're going to use some dried. And because of the cream cheese, those will moisten back up again, so they should rehydrate pretty well. And I love me some 5-spice powder. So we're going to use some of that. I used to work with a chef that said, oh, I was so grossed out by the star anise and that. But I like it. So, seasonings in. We're gonna toss those around. Mix it with the mixture. And these aren't gonna be like traditional Rangoons like you get that are all cream cheese and you can never find any crab in them. It's gonna be mostly meat and just bound together with a little cream cheese. And we're going to add some soy sauce. incorporate that. And like I said, I've been softening this cream cheese for most of the day. And we're gonna break it up. You know, there used to be a company in a town near me that all they made was Rangoons. And they had all kinds of them. They had meatball and Parmesan and buffalo chicken and all kinds of stuff. And my sales reps used to want to sell me their products. So they'd bring me the menu. And instead of buying their products from them, I just copied all their ideas. And I didn't know their recipes, so I wasn't really, you know, stealing their recipes. I was just kind of doing my own thing with what the dish was called. So now that I'm all messy, we're going to get in there. Before we stuff the wontons with this mixture, I thought about this and I thought that I would like to add a little lime juice. So I like this, where you could squeeze a lime into it or zest some lime into it. And that's gonna give it a nice tang. And we're gonna mix that together. Okay, we're all laid out. I don't know if you can see them. I like to, when I do these wontons, I like to put them flour side up because we're gonna wet the edges. We're gonna moisten the edges with our finger. Just go around and that helps them stick. And if there's flour on there, that makes them actually stickier. So that's why I like to do it that way. And we are gonna do this to all of our wrappers. Okay, all the edges have been moistened. Now we're gonna pop our filling on top. Okay, we are ready to go. We're gonna fold these in half, corner to corner, like this. And we're gonna go down the edges like this. Oops, doing it off camera, duh. And sort of press to move the filling into the middle and press real hard. And then I like to take because these are Rangoons, I like to take these little edges and flip them over and press them, kind of make them fancy. And there you go. And we're going to do this to all of them. And when I do the rest of them, when I turn the edges over, I'm going to moisten them a little bit. So we're going to keep going with these and then we're going to fry them. All right, we're down to the last one. I got to re-moisten the edges because it's taken me a long time to do this. I don't know if you've ever been to like a Chinese restaurant and you see these people just banging these things out seconds. As you can see by this last one, I sort of flattened out the filling a little bit to make it a little less bulky. And we're just gonna pinch these last edges, get rid of any debris, and pinch and squeeze. Now we're gonna boom and boom, fold it up a little bit just to make it pretty. All right, so here we have our wontons ready to fry. Whoops, knocked you over. They're made and they're ready to fry. The fry later is heating up. So we're gonna pull that a little closer so we can have a look. Oop, a little closer. And we're gonna watch these guys fry. We're gonna do them in small batches. And then we're gonna put them on a plate, lined with some paper towels. I don't know if we're quite ready yet. Let's do a little experiment. Come on. You want to drop something in there. And if it sizzles like it's doing, this guy is ready. I don't know if you can see that. We are now ready to rock. This thing's hot. And he broke up. All right, so we're gonna drop these in, you know, a few at a time. I think that'll be enough. Pretty good. You want them a little bit browner than that, but they're just about ready. And when they rise to the surface, that means they're done. But I like them a little bit browner, so we're gonna just leave them in for another minute. And if I leave them in too long, they're gonna explode. So we don't wanna do that. We're gonna watch these. Anything that's filled like this can explode and makes a mess of the oil. And you lose your wontons. All right, this guy's coming out. And followed by this guy and this guy. This is how they look. Looking pretty good, right? Crispy and delicious. And now we're ready for the next batch. I did get a little bit of popping out, but in they go. 1, 2, 4. That's going to be enough. Okay. We are ready. I'm going to unplug this fry later. And again, a little up close, a little plate. And now we're going to make our sauce and serve them. They look great, right? Okay, here goes. This is what I call Cheaters peanut sauce. When I was working in markets, we used to do, you know, wings during football season and stuff, and we had this nice sauce called General So, and it was sort of spicy and sweet. And we can imitate that with Thai sweet chili garlic sauce. And so we're gonna put the peanut butter in the pan, sorry, in the bowl. Duh. And now we're gonna add our sauce. I think that's plenty. And now, pop a little cover over top. Heat it up in the microwave for about a minute. Is thin it out with a little bit of rice vinegar. Gives it a little bit of a zip. Or a little water, if you want to do that. Now, you probably figured out by now that I have a thing for pretty plates. So, I'm gonna arrange these guys around their sauce. there you have chicken. I'm gonna lift this up a little higher because it's dark. Chicken satay rangoons with a spicy peanut dipping sauce. And we're gonna dip. And this is gonna, crunch is probably gonna gross you out. Oh, really nice. Serve this, impress your guests, and there'll be more appetizers to come. There we go.